I began my journey to complete this quest book with courage and optimism, but as time goes on, doubt creeps in, and the finish line seems to get farther away. Was I too short-sighted? No, I will do this! What's up, everyone? This is Eve29 Ultra, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Alright, so I want to get into it today. I want to go to the Nether. We need to find some blaze and a blaze spawner. And by the end of today's episode, I am going to have creative flight. Alright, it's time we get a move on with things. I went ahead and put sharpness 4 on our sword here, and let's go find a blaze spawner. Okay, I missed it, but I just fell like 30-something blocks. Okay, woo! Did I just stumble upon a bastion here, or is this one of those ruined bastions? Yeah, I think this is like a ruined one there. Ooh, netherite scrap, yes. These legs are actually really good. I might wear them right now. I see a blaze on my minimap. The minimap was showing me a structure over here. Oh, it's like a mine shaft? That's so weird. I hear blazes though, so there's gotta be a spawner. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Nice to see you too. Okay, alright. So now we have a spawner. When we get another blaze that spawns, I brought this mob swab. There we go. Right click on him. So now we have a mob swab with blaze on it. I'm also going to put a waystone here. So I'm gonna go home. What's up, Crow? All right, so now that we have blazes, we can do a lot more things in terms of automation and progressing through the pack. One thing I wanna do is progress into just our things. We can make this blaze bloom goo, just like this. We need the primogel goo first. It's a pretty simple recipe. All right, so with the just our things mod, you just place a goo, then you'll place your metals on the sides of it like this. And I'm gonna feed the goo. And it turns a different color, and that'll turn this gold into blaze gold. There we go. I have to be ultimate with our fortune. We got 19 out of that. It looks like it's still active, so let's do a bit of an iron here to get some more fairy core. There we go. Cut like that. We just need to smelt these materials. All right, we got some fairy core. We got some blaze gold. That's perfect. With that stuff, we can make this experience holder. And I also want a item collector. There we go. The Just Our Things mod has a bunch of useful machines and tools for us to use. We just want the item collector and the experience holder for now because we are going to make a mob farm. So I got this little place where we're going to put our mob farm here. We're going to be using the mob grinding utils mod for this. Very good mod, and it doesn't require power for us to run these machines and things, and that's super good for us because we still haven't gotten into power yet, but we're gonna get there soon. I'm gonna go ahead and build this little box. So I have my little box here that my mob farm is going to be in. What we need for a mob farm like this is complete darkness. And to do that, there's a really cool mod. It's called Crystallix. So this Crystallix glass, we need to make quite a bit of this. And then we also need to make this Crystallix wand right here. I'm going to put all this glass right here. And now this glass can be given certain properties. You can see if we take off my mini map with Control J, we can see on the right, we got all these properties that we can apply to glass. So if I hold down V, I got all these options here. So I want the glass to stay transparent, light to be dark, so it does not let light in or out. And then the ghost mode, I want to allow player. We can shift right click on this entire thing like this. So that applies it to connecting glass. And then what that allows us to do is walk right through this glass just like that, but mobs cannot walk through it. And then the light levels will remain dark inside of this area as well. We could just see our mob farm. We don't have to worry about mobs coming in or out. Like, this is perfect. Next thing I'm going to do is add glass to every side of this, and I'm going to apply the dark light mode on it. So now if we take our night vision off, you can see it's completely pitch black in here. So that's perfect. And then we can go through the front glass right here. That's exactly what we wanted, and we can still see through it. It's awesome. I need to get some lights in here. That's what these illuminate blocks are for. To apply some redstone to those lights, I'm going to make redstone links here. 8 of those. We need these red alloy ingots from the more red mod. So let's do it like this. Get this red alloy wire, and I want a white network cable as well. All right, so I got these 3 levers here that are gonna control our mob farm. We're gonna work on the lights. So let's add a redstone link there, and then I get to set the frequencies with items. I'm gonna set it with a lever and illuminate block. If you get a clipboard from the create mod, you can right click on this, it'll copy the settings, and then we can go over here, place our other redstone link, and we can paste the settings by doing left click, and then I need to do a shift right click on this to allow it to receive a signal, because if you do shift right click, it changes the little antenna. This should be linked, and when we flick this lever, that light comes on. We have 4 other lights to link. I'm going to use a combination of red alloy wire and white network cables. Now we should have all the lights kick on, so we can keep those on, and that'll prevent mobs from spawning whenever we have cursed dirt here. Next, we're gonna do the masher and the fans. One here, one there. If we go into these, we could show area. Whatever's in this like blue box here is gonna get pushed. So our goal is to use this mob masher here in the corner, and we're gonna push the mobs into this thing over here. We need to do a couple upgrades to these mob fans to extend their range. I had run into a little roadblock here with the mob fan upgrades because we needed feathers. I couldn't find a good way to get feathers quickly, but luckily our little market here has these fluffy seeds from the Silent Gear mod, and I have some bone meal. And there we go. We get this, which we can turn into fluffy feathers. And then 1 fluffy feather will make us feathers. Do this a couple times. There we go. So that plant is going to serve us quite a while. Another plant that was good that I didn't show off are these flax seeds from the Actually Additions mod. They grow string. And if you use a compacting drawer like this, string and wool can be exchanged like this. All right, so we got our upgrades for the mob fans. 3 width upgrades, just like that. And then we're going to have 2 distance upgrades. Do the exact same to this one, just like that. In order to get these on, they need a redstone signal. We are going to attach a redstone link, lever, and cobblestone. This is one, shift right click, left click on them. And now our masher and the fan should turn on when we flick that lever. Just like that. Now, if we were to step in there, we'd get sent all the way to the masher, and it would not be nice for us. I need to add upgrades to this mob masher. So I have 10 sharpness upgrades, which just use a bunch of iron swords, and then the looting upgrades. We got 10 of these, just blue dye. So put 10 of those. Now the next thing is to turn this dirt into cursed dirt. So to make this cursed dirt right here, or dreadful dirt, we need a rotten egg. And to get this rotten egg, we need to feed a chicken this GM chicken feed cursed. We're gonna need 4 buckets of fluid XP. We'll turn off our tap, drain our XP just like this till we have enough for 1, 2, 3, 4 buckets. Now we can make this cursed chicken feed just like this. Now we gotta go find a chicken, and I happened to find one earlier, and here is our lucky contestant. Hello sir, would you like some chicken feed? I believe you would. Oh, damn, that was not too nice, was it? All right, so he gave us our rotten egg. We can just right click the dirt. Boom, turns it all into dreadful dirt, and this will spawn mobs as soon as there's no more light in here. We'll start getting some mobs right away. There we go. There is one more thing we can do to this, and that's to accelerate the spawn rate. This is a really cool feature about the dreadful dirt. There's a couple ways you could put redstone underneath a block like this. My preferred way is to use this red alloy wire, so I'm gonna do that here. Next, we need to connect this to an extremely fast timer, like this pulse timer from the create mod. We're gonna have the timer right here, our redstone link here that is going to receive a signal, and we're gonna set this to 2 ticks. Just like this. If we connect some red alloy wire, you can see this is already working. We can connect that to the rest. I don't know if this is bad for lag or what. In case it is, we have a switch to turn it off. Redstone link there, right click that, left click our setting. And now when we flick that lever on, this one, that turns off our acceleration. Now, I find it a little bit confusing to flick a lever on in order to turn something off. So all I need to do is use this NOT gate from the More Red mod, put it there, and now when we flick the lever on, that activates the acceleration. Off like that, that shuts off the acceleration. Now we have all 3 levers that would actually start killing mobs, and we can check this out right here. We don't have anything to collect the items yet, but we can see this go to work. I'm going to turn the masher and the fans on, turn the lights off and the acceleration on, and we're going to see a ton of mobs here. There it goes. Starting to work pretty good. We got 8 ender pearls already. Our inventory's full, so let's turn the lights on to stop it, because that's crazy. And then let's turn the masher off. All right, so in that short amount of time, we got a stack of slime balls, 8 ender pearls, redstone. Yeah, we got a ton of stuff, and yeah, too much. too much stuff. So yeah, you can see this farm is going to be extremely efficient. Here's how I'm going to handle all the items and the XP. I'm going to have this barrel with a item collector from the Just Dire Things mod. And then I'm going to use these pipes from the pipes mod. I know people aren't the biggest fan of these things because they can cause a lot of lag. But if you don't use an insanely large inventory, this is going to be an iron sized barrel. It's pretty big, but it's not too bad. And we're only going to be using an improved pipe upgrade. It shouldn't lag things very much, if at all, really. First thing it's going to go in is this access point right here. Next, we're going to have a gem storage right here. I'll get into that in a second. And a salvaging table right here. And then we're going to have scrolls and charm fragments. And I'm going to upgrade the scroll one to gold. So it's pretty big. A stack upgrade inside of the first one. The frame blocks mod has these cool ladders that can be placed without having to be on a block like this. We're just going to put spruce planks as the texture. And then we're going to have some drawers up here. We're going to link them all to our main network. And there's a faster way to do this. If you shift right click, you go multiple, you just click and then drag. There you go. Now they're all connected to our main network. I use these specific compacting drawers because I found they are the less resource intensive drawers to make for the amount of items you get. If I put items in there, we do get that 41,000. The only drawback is that you only get 3 upgrade slots here. This controller access point, we will also link to our storage just like that. And you can see the pipe connected to it. Next part, the gem case. I don't know if this is brand new, but I checked it out and this is amazing. And to make it, we need the gem cutting table, which requires gem dust. Grab just a random gem from the mod. Let's preferably grab one that's cracked. All you gotta do is you drop the gem and then you drop an anvil on it, and then that turns it into gem dust. Here we go. Let's make this gem case. That's perfect. This thing is phenomenal, dude. So you could just store all your gems in there. I'm assuming that it is very lag friendly, so we could just put them in there. Okay, so we put all our gems in there and we could select them. It tells us which tiers we have. If I want to craft this one, I need 2 of the flawed. We got insufficient materials because we need some rare or epic tier of things. I forget what it is, but yeah, this gem case, amazing. And you can just break it and all your gems stay in there. Like, this thing is sick. We're going to put this gem case right here. Next, we got to get the salvaging table. Let me open GEI again. But if you want to hide the GEI, by the way, it's Control O. There we go. Our salvaging table will go right here. Then the salvaging table, I'm going to have it connected to the access point here. Grab my pipe wrench, disconnect that, set this to extract. 4 items every 20 ticks. I don't think that'll be quick enough. So I'm going to add an improved pipe upgrade in there. 16 items every 10 ticks. Add a filter upgrade to both of these. We go in here, you can see we got a filter here. So we're going to do allow. And then I have these scrolls right here. So if I just put a scroll in there, now this barrel will only allow scrolls to get piped in. And then this spruce barrel here is for our charm fragments. Now we don't have any of those. Let me go check. We do have a charm fragment. Okay, so we're just gonna click allow like this, do the warped whatever, this fragment. So this should keep all fragments from the mob farm. The reason I want these is you can make these charms, whatever mob it's linked to, they can't see you with this. And then these can get added to a charm belt, which can hold all the charms. Look at all these charms, okay? There's a ton of charms. Then this trash can, I'm going to disconnect for now so that we can filter items before we're ready to start trashing whatever we don't want. How do we get the items to come in here? Well, this item collector is amazing. So first we're going to view the render area. You have these options at the top here where you can move it. If we put an item in there, there we go. You see it got sucked up by it and it should be in our barrel. So we're going to set this render area to this entire mob farm. There we go. This entire area will suck up items just like that. Turn off the render area and then we have the option to show particles. So we'll turn that off. Next, we need to do the XP. Put this experience holder right there. There's this collect experience. I think you got to click that like that. We have it on pulse and I think you need it to be ignored. So let's set our radius. All right, there we go. So now if I were to step in here, it extracts our levels just like that and gets put in there. This should do it with XP particles as well. Now we basically have everything we need for this farm to function correctly. Lights off, acceleration on, There we go. We come here, we got our items coming into the barrel, and we have to filter a bunch of this stuff. You can see some stuff is leaving. So let's turn our lights on. The reason some of our string was disappearing is because we already have this compacting drawer over here for string. Some of our armor, for example, the leather armor, was put into this salvaging table, and it started breaking those armor pieces. We got leather out of it, and we got a couple other things. You can see gold, and you can see this fabric and the scrap metal. These are rarity materials from Apotheosis. This is what we need in order to upgrade our armor, upgrade gems. You can see we already picked up some new scrolls as well, so that's awesome. All right, so that's the first wave of filtering done. I got a bunch of random items. We're already at 60 ender pearls. Like, this is insane. I need to start the farm again so I can keep filtering. Also, we need to go all the way to Ascent, and we could start using this mob farm to progress very quickly through the tiers. Now we're gonna start getting better drops. See, look, we got diamond boots right here. I'm also noticing that the pipe upgrade doesn't seem to be able to keep up. So I have an advanced pipe upgrade, and if you look at the top, it says 32 items every 5 ticks. Because now I'm putting a bunch of our items into these drawers up here, I need to do a little thing here. Disconnect this interface. Now I can go in here and I can search for the things that I want to take out. I got a couple items here that are all part of our drawer network. So if we put them in here, we can see it quickly gets taken out. We're gonna work on the world tier thing. We need to slay the wither. So obviously we are not gonna do that right now, but we can get rare boots and rare chest plates. Just gonna disconnect that. The armor should not get put into the salvaging table or the tools. There you go. See, rare chest plates. Okay, perfect. All right, so if I equip that, equip this, and all we gotta do is slay the wither, and then we are one step away from pinnacle. Whoa, refined obsidian is really good. Okay, so that refined obsidian armor was something I absolutely wanted to put on right away. If you go in here, we got all these armors, and refined obsidian is better than supremium. It's better than all the modium. This is crazy to get this out of our mob farm. The last thing I want to explain about this is that it's very loud. Hearing those mobs, it's very annoying. We have a mod in here, this little square here with the speaker icon. You click that and you get a bunch of options. If we search up just death, we got all of these. We can just muffle them, but then that'll muffle them for the entire game. So what I want to do is click the 0 here. That makes an anchor. So we could set the anchor to our current position. I'm only going to do it like 5 blocks out. And now if we go in here while we're selected on the anchor, we can muffle slime death, zombie death, all of these. If we turn this back on, it should be a lot more silent. So we got the death sounds off. Now we need to do the hurt sound. So let's go back to the anchor, Enderman, zombie, slime squish, even steps. So we basically muted everything from this mob farm, and you can hear as we're walking, we still have sounds. So this could just stay on. We don't even know what's on. Like, this is amazing, okay? At this point, I am comfortable throwing this stuff in the trash. Let's get our pipe wrench, throw it there, and then boom, everything's empty. If we go in this item trash can here, we're on the blacklist. We can click and hold the refined obsidian helmet to bring it to that green slot. I don't know why it's up there, but now that is blacklisted. So if ever we get refined obsidian helmets, they will not get thrown out here. I just noticed we got our refined obsidian helmet, and I can obviously retrieve a bunch of levels. Yeah, let's retrieve 113 levels. Why not? Now we have our fully enchanted refined obsidian armor, just like that. This is some really good armor. We can put our diamond armor on there. This is awesome, dude. All right, so next up, I need to generate some power. And I told you last time that I want to use the windmill to generate our first little amounts of power. So I need to get crafting. All right, first thing I want to do is craft this alternator. Okay, this alternator is what turns our rotational force into some power. This crafting recipe requires 12 mechanical crafters. So just like that, we can choose the direction of where the items go. I want the craft to finish up over here. So I'm gonna put the arrow that side, and then the arrows go like this. You can see it's all nicely connected. As items go in here, they'll go down and go this way, and then they'll all merge into that crafting recipe we're trying to create. I just need to provide some rotational force to this, and we're gonna go grab some force from our bearing over there. So just like this, attach these shafts into a vertical gearbox, and that's bringing our rotational force downwards. Put a vertical gearbox, 2 more shafts, and then a cogwheel. Now they're all moving. What I want to do first is grab some goggles. With these goggles on, we can see a couple stats. 16 SU, so that stands for stress units, so that's 192. And then our windmill bearing is producing 4,096 stress units. So we're just going to input all of our items like this, put a rod, capacitor, 6 iron plates, and then 1 andesite alloy, and this should export into the alternator. Just like this, taking forever, but it's merging together. And then here it comes. There it is, our alternator. Boom. This is all we need right here. We just put the shaft in there and it's going to produce power, but it produces power with speed. So we need to increase the speed of our shaft here. So we got quite some speed here. Now if we attach a alternator to this, just like that, we can see it's producing 90 energy units per tick. And I'll put a energy cell right here from the power mod. And we can see this is gaining some power now. This is such a cool way to start off in power. I've never used this item for my starting power. It's always been lava generation or something like that. Now the next thing I want to do is go into my claimed chunks, and I'm going to force load this chunk and force load that chunk. Now our windmill and our mob farm are going to be working no matter where we are in the world. I do have an idea of what I want to do with that power. One more thing before we keep going. Someone suggested we name the horse, the skeleton horse, Zeus, because it's kind of like a byproduct of lightning in a way. So I love it. Nice to meet you, Zeus. That power is going to allow us to gain creative flight. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to jump into a mod called Hostile Neural Networks. This mod allows us to generate loot based off of predictions that are made using a model of some sort of mob. Now, what I want to do is get chorus fruit. And the only way to usually get this is to go to the end, gotta fight the dragon. But then we got this recipe over here, which uses generalized ender predictions and an apple to make chorus fruit. And this is made using a simulation chamber with an Enderman data model. We just need to make this simulation chamber. Here we go, simulation chamber. Next thing we're gonna need is a model framework. Let's make that. And we're also gonna need the deep learner. There we go. With this model framework, we're going to right click on an Enderman. It's going to create our Enderman model. And then this deep learner, we put the model inside of here and we kill some Enderman and it'll upgrade that model until it can be used to generate predictions. All we need to do is go to our warped forest over here. And it doesn't matter if they're different variants like this. These guys will work just fine. There we go. We got an Enderman data model. So let's put that in the deep learner. And now, sorry guys, but I need to kill you guys. Oh, they're not gonna like this. So you can see data collected 1, data per kill 1. So we just need to kill 6 Endermen and we'll be able to use that model to generate predictions. There we go, we got a basic Enderman data model. So we're back at the windmill where we got some power generated. Now if I put the simulation chamber beside it, this is already outputting to it. In here, we can see the power. Please insert a data model to begin the simulation. Let me extract that from the deep learner. There's also a slot for the deep learner in your inventory somewhere right here. Now this data model, we could put it in this slot up here. Cannot begin simulation, missing input, prediction matrix, which we have a bunch of right here. So as soon as I put these in this top slot, it's going to start a simulation. So I could put that in there. It's running. Our power is draining, but we just need that one thing there. There we go. Generalized ender prediction. That's all we needed. I love this mod and we're going to use it a bunch later on. But for the time being, we don't need it for anything else. Next up is this infusion pylon. Some of you might have seen this thing. It is so overpowered. You get to apply potion effects to yourself at an infinite duration. So we're going to make this infusion pylon. We have all of that stuff. I'm going to place it here. And now if you go in here, you can see active potion effects. We need these potion filters. Let's make one of those. We're going to start with the creative flight potion from Apothec attributes. Now the way this works is whatever potion effect you have active, you right click and it'll apply some of that effect onto the potion filter. You need a minimum effect duration of 60 seconds before it can be applied to the filter. This one that we're going to make is 30 minutes of flying. So I think we just need 1 or 2 of these potions and we'll be good to go. We don't have our chorus fruit, so let's make that right now. 1, 2. I don't even think we need 2. To make it popped chorus fruit, we got to smelt it. There we go. Popped chorus fruit. Now we're going to place a brewing stand right here. Glass bottles. 1, 2, 3. Get into our brewing stand. Put some blaze powder. Water bottles. Nether wart. There we go. Awkward potion. Then we put a phantom membrane in here. Fermented spider eye. Next, we put the popped chorus fruit. There's our potion of flying. Let's put a piece of redstone to make it 30 minutes. There we go, guys. That's our first potion ever brewed, and they're taking us quite the step further. So we drink that, gives us flying. Right click on this thing. There you go. Potion filter has flying. We're gonna use all 3 of these. Let's do that. Right click again. So 1 more potion. There we go. We put that in the infusion pylon like this, and then I just want to make sure we have, yep, our chunks are loaded here. Now we step outside and we can fly. We could just fly. We can fall down, no fall damage. We just beat the game, everyone. No, but really, flying is such a huge advantage for anything. Just, oh man. I don't know if this is the quickest way to get creative flight in this mod pack, but it's got to be up there. And it's so easy to do, so good. The potion filter, oh my goodness. It just feels broken. It just feels broken. With that out of the way, I'm going to add a couple more potions to that infusion pylon. Yo, this Wandering Trader has a pretty nice pair of boots here. I'm gonna get stable footing. We want stable footing. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the service. Stable footing will allow us to break blocks while flying without any penalty for flying. We're definitely putting that on our boots right away. So I got some splash potions of regeneration 1 for 3 minutes. Right click, boom. Now we got regeneration in there. Do this a couple times. Okay, this one's gonna take a long time. I'll be back in a second then. 1 more. There we go. That took forever, but we have a potion filter for regeneration. Now we got regeneration forever. All right, so I've been a little bit busy upgrading myself. We now have strength 2, fire resistance, regeneration, water breathing, flying. I went ahead and put depth strider on my boots. Depth strider 6, and I feel like that should be faster, but this is still pretty good. But we could also fly in the water, so no big deal. We can just chill inside this lava and no problem at all. Oh, we got creepers right there. Hello, sirs. Yeah, I'm not too worried about you guys anymore. I also went ahead and upgraded our backpack to a diamond tier, and we also upgraded this backpack too. Thanks to our mob farm, we have 760 diamonds now. I also just put sharpness 8 on our sword because we got so many levels. It's pretty easy to duplicate a bunch of books. I also want to upgrade our stuff to prudentium. We got this infusion crystal. This thing right here is going to allow us to upgrade our inferium. Prudentium. We want a bunch of this stuff. At our inferium farm, we can use that prudentium right here to upgrade all of our farmland. Inferium output is at 150%, which means we have a chance to get 2 inferium out of here. I do want to upgrade my tools real quick. Here we go. And our enchants get ported over to the new tool, so that's awesome. We could probably go to the next tier, actually. Let's make some tertium. This is getting really nice. 17.5 attack damage is really good. With this tertium essence, I'm actually going to go back over here and I'm going to upgrade the farmland 1 more time. So there we go. We're now at tertium and we have 200% inferium output. Every single one of these plants is guaranteed to give us 2 inferium. There's other ways we can increase the growth rate, but we're not focusing on that right now. Something else that's pretty overpowered. I want to gain access to our storage system anywhere we are. We are going to use that chorus fruit we were able to make. So to get started, we're going to need this mechanical squeezer. So let's make that right away. This thing is awesome. You can squeeze things using power instead of us having to jump on it. And I think it's a bit more efficient as well. Yeah, it is. It's better. We're just going to use the power we're creating with our windmill. So back at our windmill, we have a full energy cell here. We're going to pop this beside. It should get the power right away. And then I think we just shove the pop chorus fruit in here and it's going to start crushing them like this. 12 chorus chunks. I think we got everything we need with just that. So we just need to make this omnidirectional connector. Oh, bingo. Okay. We just attached this somewhere on our network. I'll do it right here. This is going to allow us to access our storage system anywhere. Portable storage terminal. We need this thing just like that. You just right click on the omnidirectional connector and then it links it. And then when you open this, access to our storage system with this omnidirectional connector, I think you could just be anywhere. Yep, so we're completely outside of our base. We could access all of our items. Here we go. I got some stone. I love this so much. If I go to the nether, let's see if it works. Yep, works cross-dimensionally, just like that. We're not using any power, cross-dimensional access to our storage. We used chorus fruit before we went to the end. Usually you go to the end to be able to do this stuff. We're able to bypass that with a little trick from Hostile Neural Networks. I can also put this thing in a curio slot. So we're just gonna put it there. Doesn't really matter. And then in our keybinds, open first portable storage terminal. I'm gonna do Control E. Control E is what I'm used to. There we go. We could just access our storage anywhere in the world, cross-dimensionally. Boom. Gunpowder. Thank you. We just have to make sure that the chunks stay loaded where our storage is. Some storage on the mob farm. Storage here. We got storage on our inferium. I don't really need this backpack anymore. This one, I do like to keep a bunch of tools in. The one that's on our back. So we're going to keep that one on us. Probably forever. You know what? I've been spending so much time at this base today. I need to go fight some stuff. Okay, we're pretty powerful and I need to go exact my revenge. I'd expect to be at this point after having a good power generation setup. We're back here. Oh yeah, one more thing I should upgrade is these artifacts. For example, this crystal heart. I think we can level it up like this. Okay, it's because I need experience myself. Let me just do that real quick. You know, I was just about to travel all the way to my base, but I realized I can make a waystone just like this. You just need a warp stone. We got all that stuff. Waystone. There we go. Oh, no big deal. Let's just put that there. Let's just go home. Let me just grab that. Now we can upgrade our hearts. We can upgrade once, twice. We got a little bit more health, not that much. Our power glove. This thing's really good too. We can upgrade that. The warp stone. We don't actually have to be at a waystone in order to teleport to waystones. There we go. Let's break that guy. We don't need him there. And we can just put him back in our storage. Here we go. Where are they? There's a creeper spawner. Goodbye. What do we got in here? A wooden axe. What the heck? Oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, you're giving me a frost effect. I see, I see. No poison. Huh. You know, this is way more tame than last time. Although I am a lot more powerful than I was. I would need to go to higher world tier. We almost have to just fight the Wither. I feel very powerful, but maybe he would humble me quite a bit. Whoa, look at all these guys. Hello, sirs. Yeah, no problem at all. We're just flying all around you now. We're so overpowered now, it's crazy. Ooh, a mimic. These guys usually drop good stuff. There's so many mobs here. Whoa. Yo, we found another Stella Arcanum. I'm gonna grab my waystone. Let's just set a waystone there. You know, as I made another pickaxe, I actually realized I have enough Imperium to upgrade our sword. Now we have a better sword with 21.5 attack damage. Okay, so now we got Silk Touch. We can use our Silk Touch pick on the Stella Arcanum, and it should not blow up. There we go. Will explode when you mine it. Yeah, I know. I just found another one while flying around. Mine that. Oh, we got a couple necromancers here. Oh, spawned a bunch of mobs. Well, after all that, I think I want to fight the Wither because we are very strong and I want to go test that strength out. I'm going to go ahead and try to find a fortress. Found a little one of these things. Ancient battleground, I guess. Oh, they spawn ancient knights. I think we need what these guys drop. What? They're dropping netherite scrap as well? These guys are so cool looking though, from the iron spells and spell books. Oh, they're hitting pretty hard too. Wither skeletons? Oh, dude, there's a bunch of wither skeletons here. These wither skull fragments can make wither skulls, so we could just get that. Well, I battled enough withers just to get enough fragments. There we go. We got 3 wither skulls. I definitely want to not do this here. Maybe underground? I'm also going to grab our Stella Arcanum here. So yeah, I'm just going to do this right here. I'm going to have a golden apple and an inferium apple. These are really easy to make. Let's just go right ahead and eat this. And then here we go. Let's see how we do against this guy. I don't have a bow. I don't have anything else. Don't have any other buffs. Here we go. All right. We're doing some pretty good damage on him. We lost him. He's trying to escape us. You can't escape, buddy. We still got almost full health. There we go. Well, that wasn't so bad. So we got our first nether star. We can go to summit now. So let's activate that. And we just need to slay the ender dragon and equip an epic helmet. And then we are at pinnacle. Now we're going to get better stuff. All right, I just looked at our salvaging table and we got God forged pearls and netherite scrap that are coming out of our mob farm now. That's amazing. We already have 9 God forged pearls. Holy moly, man. So these are the 5 rarity materials you can get out of Apotheosis. Well, as much as I want to keep going, I need to end the episode here and we go check out all of our completed quests. So let's check this out. I don't know how many quests that was necessarily, but that felt like a lot. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and I'll see you in the next one.